Okay, so hi everyone. Um, I thought I'd start with just talking a little bit about Riverfood and who I am. So hopefully most of you have heard of us. We're an organic veg home delivery business, so organic veg boxes and fresh fruit and veg directly to the customer's door. So we do everything from growing it, packing it, delivering it out to our customers. We're now around 80 million turnover and grown quite significantly during the recent COVID situation. As you can imagine, the demand's been pretty intense over the last few weeks. We've got around 840 co-owners now as of this week, and we operate between Devon and up to North Yorkshire and into South Wales. A little bit about me. So I'm People and Culture Director for Riverfood. And over the last few years, my role has very much been about building the culture. How do we make Riverfood a really exceptional place to work? And back in 2018, I led the transition into employee ownership too. So I'll link into some of those points. So those of you that know Riverfood will know it's not just about making money. The business has never been just about making money. It's about looking after everybody in the supply chain, be it suppliers, be it customers, be it co-owners, anybody at all in that supply chain. And also the planet and the environment. So all our decisions at a senior management level, you're often weighing up not just finding the cheapest solution or the thing that's going to give you the biggest margin. We had a very similar debate on this around packaging this week, but it's about what is right for the customer, what is right for the planet and the environment, even if that costs more. So those ethics kind of run through everything. And in the middle of that, obviously, is how we look after our co-owners and make sure we really provide great, meaningful employment and are that exceptional place to work. So I thought, I'm very conscious there's not a lot of time to share everything today. So I thought I'd just give you my 5 top areas that we've been looking at, things that I think have made the most difference, most interesting. I definitely don't have all the answers, and we ourselves are on a journey and we're always looking to build and improve on what we're doing. And I've realized over the last year that there is no end to this journey. You know, you're constantly looking at what more you could do. So I thought I'd talk about employee ownership first of all. So we transitioned to employee ownership back in June 2018. It's a trust model. So we've got 74% of the shares are in trust for our co-owners. And Guy, our founder, still retains 26%. And it's definitely a model that benefits the many. So there aren't a couple of shareholders at the top that want to take the maximum out of the business every year. So this is a model that benefits all of those working in it. And you're able to have a really long-term view because you're not trying to maximize profits every year. We're able to reinvest in the business, and we're able to really use the business as a force for good and hopefully be a role model for other businesses to follow. Employee ownership definitely protects our values and protects the business from a sale. Often when businesses are bought and sold, you lose all those values and what made it special. But it's definitely not a magic bullet to make a business amazing. So we do all these things because we believe it's the right thing to do. And we've worked really hard to bring employee ownership to life and make it meaningful for our co-owners. Second on my list was how we've really looked, and Riverfood has always done this, but we've really pushed this over the last few years. So how do we really make sure we put people at the heart of everything? So I think Carolyn was talking about this earlier. So through our learning and development offer. So that's not just about developing somebody for their work objectives, but it's how do you develop and support the whole person in their personal life and in their work life through our communications, our values and behaviours, and even into our policies. You know, do they treat people like adults? Support those adult to adult conversations through the business. Into our wellbeing offer, you know, how do we really support people's mental well-being, again, both at home and at work, and what does that look like? through our pay, through the benefits we offer. So we've looked at everything through the business and making sure that they really reflect a business, putting people at the heart of it. But what I always say, all of that is really important, but it's not worth it if you don't have the leadership and management right. So those are important, but you have to get the leadership and management right in the business too. The managers that you work with, the leaders in the business, that is who our co-owners have those interactions with day to day. So that for us is a key priority. So really making sure managers and leaders enjoy working with people, and they really want to get the best out of people and support them to enjoy coming in every day and enjoy what they do and support what they want to do in the business and beyond. So really listening and encouraging. And this has been really tough for us, actually, because for a while we weren't getting this quite right. So we've put a lot of emphasis on developing our managers and leaders and looking at the how we do things and less at the kind of the what we do. So and making sure people in those roles, really enjoy getting the best out of their teams. And then, as we were talking about earlier, so making sure our values and behaviours are weaved through everything. So they're not just up on a wall somewhere, that it's really clear how we do things at Riverfood, and that runs through everything. And we've run lots of sessions with co-owners and managers to get them to tell the stories of what it's really like in the business and what it feels like for them. And our values were very much enshrined from our founder, Guy, but then we've worked with all the co-owners in the business to kind of bring these to life a bit more and articulate what this means day to day. I just had some examples here. So making sure that we think about how we make an exceptional place to work. So even so through our learning and development offer, we not only invest in those the training that supports those work objectives, but there's a pot of money to support personal growth and personal development. We do a lot of skills development, whether that's about managing self, it could be about supporting managing financials. That there's lots of kind of life skills opportunities for people to take part in. Through our one-to-one process, our appraisal process, so we call it GROW, but our values really link through that. And it's, again, not just about work objectives and development. It starts with, how are you feeling, what's going well for you, and that can be a discussion about what's going well at home or at work or not. So all of those processes kind of link back to those values. Through our communications, both the communications that go down through the business, but also the stories we tell and how we tell the stories from co-owners, and share the things that we're doing and that co-owners are doing. We also share financial information. It's something I'm really passionate about, and it's work in progress at the moment. But we're really passionate about co-owners knowing how the business works, how the numbers works, and hopefully that's more meaningful to them. So more meaningful employment, that they know how they can affect the business and how they can affect the profit that we make and the financials. And the more they understand, the more empowered and the more meaningful their roles are to them. And we're doing lots and lots of financial training over the next few years to build that knowledge. Sharing that financial information and sharing how we're doing, and being really transparent about that, so nothing's hidden. And with our co-owner council, we also share the full board information, so nothing's hidden, and we'll always answer those questions. And I guess I just want...
Yeah, for you, Charlotte, we're running out of
time.
Yeah,
last slide. So I thought I'd just finish with the kind of the business case. So we do all this because we feel it's the right thing to do. But I also believe it makes for a much more profitable business. You know, we've had an incredible couple of years, and this current COVID situation really demonstrates the resilience that we have because the co-owners deeply care about the business. They want it to succeed, and they don't want to let their teams down or the business down. We are really resilient in these times, and they have been incredibly flexible. Everyone's been incredibly flexible to do what's needed. There's been an enormous amount of change over the last few weeks. So I believe that it's the right thing to do, but it also makes for much more profitable and long-term sustainable business for all those people that are part of it.